What's up, YouTube? It's Cobra HD here, or Gavin. Coming at you today with a video regarding video games and what I believe to be the problem with video games now, and well, yeah, so like what's wrong with them, and what we can maybe do to fix that, or some solutions to the overlying problem of video games. In the background, my gameplay today is going to be of Hypixel. And I think I'm going to be playing some Mega Walls. No, I'll just do some walls. Mega Walls takes a long time. So, yeah. And, let's start off with one of the first. There are many problems with video games now. And I'm not using that as saying, like, all video games are bad or anything, because obviously they're not. There's some very good video games out right now, like Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is pretty good. I mean, there are a few bugs, but what game doesn't have bugs? Saying that, let's start off with launches. I've kind of recognized lately that video games seem to have bad launches, and I think the reason for that is because game developers have seen that if you release a bad copy of a game, or you release a not a bad copy, but you release a not so good start or not so good launch, that when you make it better, it'll seem even better than if you just released it great at the beginning. And Destiny did that with its terrible story and gameplay that was meh, as well as lots of bugs, and just the game wasn't great at all, to now its mediocre story and gameplay still kind of has the same mechanics and everything, but everybody thinks it's a great game. Like IGN gave it a 9 out of 10 when it really still only deserves, in my opinion, an 8 out of 10 with the Taken King DLC. And not to say, like, I love Destiny, I play it all the time, it's a great game, but there are a ton of other games that do that too, like Master Chief Collection, and even, like, Fallout 4. There are a lot of bugs, but, I mean, it's not a terrible game, but there are a lot of bugs, and I feel like they could have fixed those before the game started. Another huge thing that I think is wrong with video games is probably, like, the whole microtransaction thing, and the whole deal with, like, the whole, like, rec pack system with Halo and stuff like that, or buying skins for Call of Duty, or buying money in Grand Theft Auto. Games have implemented a new way to get more money out of you than the $60 purchase price. And I mean, that's been going on for a long time, since like World of Warcraft and their subscription fee. But when it actually affects like what kind of stuff you get, I think that's a little invasive. Like, the rec pack system in Halo 5 isn't terrible, but it's sort of a problem in that it might be just the start of it. Like, they might just be implementing it now and it'll grow later, but to some extent it's not that bad, and it could not get bad. I mean, it could just stay the way it is, and that's alright, I guess, but still, microtransactions are not really a good thing, and I don't want them in my games, to be honest with you. Yeah, so, and even like CSGO is a game built on microtransactions and the whole skins and everything, and even though they're only aesthetic, it's like a big part of the game. I think most people play the game to grind out those skins and things. Like, I heard somebody on Gmod the other day saying that for their birthday or for Christmas they're gonna get a certain knife, and knives cost $100 when you could actually go out in real life and get like the exact same knife for the same price, but it's an actual real knife. And I mean, to some extent that's kind of a problem, but that's what CSGO is, and people who buy CSGO know what they're getting into. one thing that I really miss from games lately is a story. Like The Last of Us. On a lot of games on last gen consoles, such as like Halo 2 and Halo 3. Halo 5 doesn't really have that great of a story. I haven't completed it, but so far it's really not that interesting to me. And it seems like a lot of games are following the same trend lately. So, I mean, this could be a problem, I guess. In the later future, if games don't seem to have like a story, and I really want them to have a story. So, yeah, I mean, those are just some of the facts that, or not facts, but my opinion on what's wrong with video games. Because I love story in video games, and I think that a good game, a 10 out of 10 game, has a story and a multiplayer. That's great. Like, earlier Call of Duties, like Call of Duty Black Ops 1, had a pretty good story. I mean, it's obviously nothing like Last of Us or Skyrim or anything, but it had a multiplayer as well that was pretty good, and I think that's like the last Call of Duty games, the last good Call of Duty games. But yeah, so now that I'm done kind of saying like what I think is bad with video games, let me state what I think we can do to kind of like make a solution for these games. The first thing I think we could do is stop buying them right away. Like, stop pre-ordering, because pre-ordering just shows like you don't know what you're getting right off the bat. I would say wait to get the game, because if it's a crappy game like Destiny at launch, or even worse, Master Chief Collection at launch, you don't want to buy into that, because then they'll just be getting their money, and it shows them that they can do it again, because the hype train builds up. And I mean, to some extent you can't really stop it, but you can wait and see what it's like. Maybe play a trial or something like that. They don't always tell the full truth, but you can always wait and just see other stuff, and then you can buy the game if you want. Another thing is like microtransactions. Don't buy into that stuff. And if you're really serious about it, like go talk to a freaking don't go talk, but like email somebody, like the developers. Like, I've actually emailed Bungie about their whole microtransaction system with Eris. Even though it's really not invasive, it's only emotes, it's still ridiculous. I paid $60 for a game. I shouldn't have to pay anything else for any other content in that game. Even the DLC, like, it's kind of ridiculous. The DLC was really skimpy, and I believe like that should have been free. Halo 5 should be totally commended for their whole system on free DLC. And I mean, it's being paid by the rec packs, which are also contradictory, but they're not that invasive as well, I guess. But I don't know. That whole system is weird. So try and stay away from microtransactions, and if you really feel like strongly about it, go freaking like talk to the people, or send them an email and tell them what you don't like, because game developers actually kind of like that stuff. So yeah, this is just kind of a short solo video by me, not really that great, but just wanted to kind of tell you my opinions on what's wrong with gaming right now and what we can kind of do to fix it. Make sure you like and subscribe to help the channel grow, because I only have like 9 subscribers, and I don't even think anybody really watches stuff that much. But I mean, if you do, if you stick around, thanks, and just make sure to kind of give your support if you like the stuff. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, and thanks. Bye.